Hi, this is Brendan from Watto Training, and what we're looking at in this tutorial is Assignment 13, Section 6. Our student is Bernie Brown, and the driver assessment report form is 1564105. Okay, let's have a little look at this. So first of all, I'll just use my pointer up here. We've got the driving assessment report. Over here we've got the number 1564105. We've got the student's name, Bernie Brown. We've got that it's C-class and automatic, and he did the assessment at Strathpine. It's not a special assessment, not applicable. The driver trainer was Sally Citizen, and there's Sally's number. The driving school was ABCDE driving school. The vehicle rego is here. The vehicle check was suitable, so the examiner gave the thumbs up to the suitability of the vehicle. There's the examiner's number, and the test date is today, and it goes from 1:10 to 1:45. So we can say that the test lasted for 35 minutes. In this section of the diagram here, we have what's called the specific driving situations, and they're all ticked by the examiner. So as a student goes on a driving test around a circuit with an examiner, this one at Strathpine in particular, they will go through not all, but a majority of the situations here that the examiner will tick off. Then over here we can see what the maneuvers were that were covered. Bernie did a hill start and a reversing exercise, so there's a minimum of 2 maneuvers in the Q-Safe driving test for C-class license, and one of them must contain a reversing component. Okay, then we go down here, we can see the assessment result, we can see successful, unsuccessful, test terminated. So Bernie's test was unsuccessful, so Bernie would have to ultimately do another driving test. We can see some of the errors here. Reduces the following distance to 1.5 seconds, should be at least 2 seconds. And I just side note that in other states and territories, some of them it's 3 seconds, but in Queensland it's a minimum of 2 seconds following distance. The other error is operated the accelerator pedal in an uncontrolled manner, rolled up an angle curb without mounting it, caused the vehicle to pitch forward because of erratic brake operation. Applicant failed to give way to a vehicle approaching from behind whilst conducting a reversing maneuver. So we can see here as well, these are the pre-drive checks, and there's nothing actually marked there. Down here we've got the operational skills. So up here these dot points relate to these errors down here that we can see marked non-criticals. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here we've got some more non-criticals, traffic hazard 1, 2, 3. So we've got a total of 9. And here is our critical driving error. And this would be linked to here. Applicant failed to give way to a vehicle approaching from behind whilst conducting reverse maneuver. If the learner doesn't give way to a vehicle approaching from behind, then it will be a critical driving error. And it looks like the test was actually terminated, so it could have been a little bit dangerous potentially, and the examiner may have had to intervene there. So who knows? But we're just assessing what we've got here on the information. So when it comes to what's next, this student needs to work on a few things. They need to work on their following distance. Now, where would we work on that? We would work on that in driving and traffic, where there's a traffic flow and we could move off from traffic lights, slow down, roundabouts, that type of thing. The next one, accelerator pedal was used in an uncontrolled manner. So we need to get this person backing off, breathing, and just moving with the flow of the traffic, scanning up ahead and planning their drive. We can see that they rolled up an angle curb without mounting it. That might have been when they were pulling into the curb to either do the hill start or the reversing exercise. It mustn't have been far enough to mount the curb, which would have been a general critical error for collision. And then we've got caused the vehicle to pitch forward because of erratic brake operation. So again, quite often when people are tailgating, they're following too closely, you need to work on a couple of things. They need to look further up ahead so they see things earlier. They need to realize that it's not just gas on, brake on driving, that they can actually just ease that right foot off the accelerator and just drop the speed just ever so gradually for smooth deceleration. And of course the give way situation that occurred in the reversing maneuver, so we know that we're going to be practicing the reversing maneuver as well. So that would be what where I would go next with Bernie to have another attempt at that driving assessment, specifically on the feedback that we can see there. Thank you for watching. This has been Brendan from Watto Training.